it depends. I mean, the last thing that Mr. Salmawi said, if we stick to the Constitution. Now, the Constitution itself is under fire right now. Well, we cannot ignore what's happening at present through the media and through the new political parties, which are just fronts for the former NDP, the old regime's political party, are now placing as their objective the change of the Constitution. So what is the role now of political parties who ally themselves, who identify themselves with the 25th of January and 30th of June revolution and its extension on 30th of June, is to safeguard that constitution, because that is all we have come out of from the revolution. The revolution did not rule. So let's be very clear about that. Never have, in any of the governments that consecutively took power, never did, once did the revolution rule. Maybe there was a balance of power at one point, which brought about, especially after the Tamarrud, the rebel movement, which ousted Morsi, there was some kind of balance of power which brought in a few of the people from, like Dr. Baradei, like Dr. Ziad Bahauddin, some of the figures from the political parties. They stayed for a few months, and then, mysterious change of the ministerial cabinet took place, and we were asked, what do you think the objective of the ministerial cabinet was? They said, there is no change in the ministerial cabinet. These people were fired. So that balance of power was over, and it was time to consolidate the power that existed. So, let's just be very clear about the context that is going on in place. Now, going back to the Constitution, yes, the Constitution is in danger of being changed. Why? Because it does bring more power to the parliament, and it lessens the extra constitutional powers of the government and of the executive bodies, which is something that has not been seen in Egypt for a long time. What is the role of the political parties that are now finding themselves in opposition after they were partners in the creation of a path towards democracy? Well, I think it's to gather together and really very clearly create a path, a third path, that takes us out of the vicious cycle between the oppressive regimes, oppressive, corrupt regimes, and the Muslim Brotherhood or the jihadis or the fundamentalists, whatever you want to call them, because we've been stuck within this duality, which is you either have that or that. What do you want to choose? And this has been our choice every time. Choose this or this. You're not going to get another choice. This happened during the elections. This has happened throughout Mubarak's rule. They were always keeping the Muslim Brotherhood as a card in order to, give out these messages to the West. Well, you don't like what we're doing, but the alternative are these terrorists. They're giving out this message internally now, very, very clearly, because for the first time, people have actually experienced rule under the Muslim Brotherhood, and they did not like it at all. Contrary to the perceptions of foreign governments, is that, they are closer to you culturally, you will accept them. No, they're not closer to us culturally. We will not accept them. And so it's very important for us to carve a path that is truly democratic, that is truly will take us to a democratic mechanisms and democratic institutions. So that is what we're attempting to do. We're attempting to do it through coalitions. We're attempting to do it through a minimum program that would bring us all together for very clear objectives.
Well, so you touch on the sort of